pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Would someone like to move approval of the agenda?
Second?
Thank you. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Thank you. There is no recognition of students or staff or public this evening, so we'll move right to Part A. Would someone like to move Part A?
So moved.
Second?
Thank you. Part A is our board business, field trips, grants, and contracts. All in favor of Part A, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No. Thank you for that. That brings us to Part B. Number 1 is a resolution establishing the 2019 school board general election. Would someone like to make that resolution,
Madam Chair?
please?
Be it resolved that the School Board of Independent School District 271 approves, 1, November 5th, 2019 is the date for a school district election, general election. 2, there will not be a school district primary election. And 3, the terms and conditions for these elections are attached.
Second?
Thank you. And our Executive Director of Finance and Support Services, Rod Zipkovich, is here to discuss this resolution with us.
Chair Barlotta, Superintendent Fujitaki, board members. This is a resolution that's done every 2 years when we have the board elections. It's just a process that we have to put in place since the board, I think it was about 5 or 6 years ago, put in place that there would not be a primary.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? Hearing none. All in favor of this resolution, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Thank you. It brings us to number 2, Intermediate School District 917 Long-Term Facility Maintenance Budget 2020 through 2021. Someone like to make that resolution?
Madam Chair?
Please.
Be it resolved, the School Board of Independent School District 271 approves Intermediate School District Number 917's Long-Term Facility Maintenance Program budget and authorizing the inclusion of a proportionate share of those projects in the district's application for long-term facility maintenance revenue.
Second. Thank you. Again, Brad will tell us a little more about this resolution.
This is part of the overall legislation that when you're a member of an intermediate school district, since they do not have levying capabilities, what they do is the pieces that they can levy for, they give it to the member districts, and then the member districts will do a proportion based on the calculation within the intermediate.
Okay. Anybody have any questions regarding this resolution? Seeing none, all in favor of this resolution, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Thank you. Next, we have our committed fund balance categories. Would someone like to move that resolution?
Sure.
Tom?
Be resolved that the School Board of Independent School District 271 approves the following committed fund balance categories for the 2018-2019 fiscal year. 1, wellness dollars. 2, band uniform and instrument replacement. 3, staff development. 4, athletics and activities. 5, site department carryover funds.
Second?
Thank you. Brad?
As part of our audit requirements and GASB 54, we're required to notify the board before the end of the school year of categories that committed funds will be set aside for the current year of 18-19. As the board is quite aware, this list used to be a lot longer of categories for committed funds. As our fund balance has been spent down, these categories have been diminished, and these are more of committed funds that are committed to different programs or different groups that we stated that we would hold funds above and beyond each year for them.
Because I went here. Thank you. Are there any questions or comments? Please.
A quick one, Rod, for the The folks watching at home, I know this is an acronym that not many people understand. Can you help them understand what GASB stands for?
Generally accepted, General Accounting Standard Board.
There you go.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, are there any other questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor of this resolution, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No. All right, next we have, sorry, the adoption of the 2019-2020 budgets. Someone like to move that resolution?
Madam Chair. Be it resolved that the School Board of Independent School District 271 approves the proposed 2019-2020 revenue and expenditure budgets for all funds.
Second?
Thank you. Brad?
At the last board meeting, there was a presentation on all the funds for the budget year of 1920. We went through the different categories of being the capital and deferred maintenance, debt service, the insurance and internal services, and then our operating funds of food service, community ed, and general fund and transportation.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions? Please.
Just I'd like to point out that looking ahead here to potential hearings, at some point, if not tonight, the board will want to direct the administration to bring proposals to the board to comply with the budget that you're approving tonight.
Proposals
To comply.
clarify?
Well, for example, cuts in programs, layoffs, that type of thing. So you're directing the administration to bring these proposals to you, which aren't set forth in your budget, and then at some point, you're going to be voting on what kind of reductions you're looking at.
Sure.
So I'm just trying to tack it from A to B and B to C.
But those reductions will be for the 2021 school year, not for the current school year.
Is this for the current year?
This is for the
Okay,
current-
all right, I'm sorry.
Current school year.
2019-20 school year, right?
This is 1920.
Ah.
The 2021 school year.
Where the reductions will be.
As we've talked many times with the board, we'll be giving the board updates regarding the categories and the rest that will be reduced through the budget process.
Sorry, Rod, getting ahead of myself there.
That's okay?
All right.
Right,
So I guess,
Nothing wrong with that.
Follow-up question to that, are there any programs or layoffs as a result of this budget? And do we need to have something, if there are, or do we have some separate proposals for that?
No, we did have a teacher who requested an unrequested leave of absence hearing, but we managed to resolve that, so there's nothing left of
Okay,
it.
so we're in compliance with everything then for 2019-20? Okay. Thank you for
Thank you.
keeping on top of that.
That's a good thing.
All right, any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor of this resolution, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None. All right, moving along here. The 2019-2020 vendors and rates for district insurance. Would someone like to move that resolution?
Madam Chair.
Please.
All right, Beth.
Be it resolved that the School Board of Independent School District 271 approves the vendors and rates for district insurance for the 12-month period from July 1st, 2019 to June 30th, 2020, per the attached memo. Number 1, RAS First Dakota Indemnity Company, Workers' Compensation Insurance Policy. 2, Kraus Anderson Insurance, Comptrol Workers' Compensation Claims, Management and Loss Prevention Program. 3, Markle Insurance Company, Blanket Accident Policy, Special Risk for Registered Volunteer Workers. 4, Travelers, Fiduciary Liability for Self-Funded Health Insurance Plan. Be it further resolved that the School Board of Independent School District 271, per its organizational meeting of January 14th, 2019, authorizes the superintendent or his designee to execute documents within the authorized budget as appropriate to the daily operations of the school district.
Madam Chair, we need to add number 5, the Hartford Fire Insurance Company, ERISA bond. Is that on
No.
yours? That's not on there?
The resolution was changed.
Oh,
None of mine either.
Second, the resolution is read.
That's right. Thank you. Okay, so is there any discussions or comments, please? Director Smart.
This is just for certain insurance for the district, certain policies.
Correct. 1 and 2 is our workers' comp areas. The next, number 3 is, since workers' comp doesn't cover volunteers, we have a separate, technically, workers' comp for volunteers, so if a volunteer gets hurt on district property. And then the last one is just our insurance over our self-insured dental and medical funds.
But I mean, we still have all kinds of other insurance policies for
Right, we have property casualty, we have our health
transportation and all.
and dental and other work, disability and the rest.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor of this resolution, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up is the school board member ambassador pairings for the school year 1920. I think everybody's seen where they're going to be assigned next year, and people can check their website.
I thought you were about to say people can switch if they want. Start doing more
No, no switching.
Yeah,
Check the website, and the schools will update
I haven't finished.
who's their ambassador, okay?
Yep.
Thank you. Next, we have the superintendent evaluation summary. Director Sorum, as chair of that committee, would you like to read the summary?
Yes, Madam Chair, Superintendent and other board members, we meet annually to evaluate the superintendent with a vehicle, and so we fill out forms, and then we get together to do it. And I get together with the superintendent for an hour or so just to go over the evaluation and some of the comments and some of the programs. And so having done that, we want to get this taken care of and onto the record before June 30th. So at this time, I'd like to read the statement, evaluation summary. The School Board of Independent School District 271 has completed its annual superintendent evaluation for the 2018-2019 school year ending June 30th, 2019. This evaluation covered 6 performance standards and 25 leadership traits. The superintendent has met or exceeded expectations in all areas reviewed, especially in the areas of strategic planning, sound financial management, vision cards, and other matrix measurements to determine program performance, and establishing and maintaining good relationships with agencies and organizations outside of the district. Now, the school board looks forward to the improvement of plans and programs to further close the opportunity/achievement gap and to the engagement of the whole community to further the mission of the school district. Here ends the summary.
Thank you. Anyone have anything else to add?
If-
Please.
If I don't mess this up, I just want you to point out that that was the subject of the closed meeting you had on June, what was it?
10th.
10th, yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. All right, that brings us to the board self-evaluation 2018-19, and here is our summary statement regarding that. The school board completed a self-evaluation for the 2018-19 school year. Board members had the opportunity to evaluate their work in the areas of governance, operational oversight, policy, superintendent relations, and community engagement. Board members also had the opportunity to share comments on their work, what they felt they did well, and to offer suggestions on how they can improve. Going forward, the board will work on the items brought up in the self-evaluation process. So thank you for that. And that brings us to board member reports. Anybody? Go, okay. Director.
I just have, I'm going to try and summarize this real quick. The board had the opportunity to go to many, many different graduations, and I just want to say, first of all, congratulations to all the students that graduated, wherever they graduated from, whatever the program was. But a quick thank you to all the people that worked behind the scenes, certainly the parents, the guardians, whoever it was that is a mentor in that student's life, and of course our dedicated staff to make those particular events happen. It's a culmination of however many years it took these students to get to where they are, and we wish them success going forward. And I'll yield the floor for any other comments.
Anyone else? Director Steiger.
Yeah, you can go. Yeah. I just wanted to mention that the Community Engagement Committee held our informational session for potential school board candidates last Tuesday night, and there were a handful of gifts that came, and hopefully we were all able to share information and shared some of the information that the Minnesota School Board Association also provides us, and so people would have an idea about running. So, since there will be 3 seats up this fall.
Thank you.
Oh, and I should say that is myself and Director Bergstrom and Director Bartolotta.
We're on the committee. That's not the 3 that are up.
No. They are the committee. Sorry.
Thanks. Director Sarr?
I was over at our friendly Applebee's place the other night and talking to Sue, the gal who usually runs the shows that we have whenever we have pancake dinners and breakfast, I should say, and all that sort of stuff. And they said they've been, so I asked them when the next one was, or if I'm supposed to go around to some of the teams and get them to come over to do that. And she said, no, please don't. It's getting so expensive for them that they have to charge almost $5 a ticket now in order to take care of all of the requirements, state notices and everything else like that for it. So I said, well, that's too bad, because that was one of our great community engagement opportunities. And she said, we'll try and work something out. But anyhow, that was just kind of curious because we haven't had that for a while. But secondly, I just wanted to compliment the Part A agenda item for item number 4, where it gets into all of the different contracts that we have with our Bloomington Career and College Academy and all the different businesses. I mean, that's a fantastic list. And if we continue the way we're going, yeah, we're definitely going to have to buy that building in order to put in all the classes and programs that they have over there. But it's just amazing that there are so many partners coming in that want to work with us and our students. And there are so many and we're grateful for so many students wanting to go into those classes and maybe into that field as they graduate. But I didn't have a chance to do that during Part A because there were so many of them, so I thought I'd take it in town.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Well, I'm doing some community engagement with the remodel in my kitchen. And just talking with the workers that come through and letting them know about our Career and College Academy. And I have to tell you that they're very pleased by what we're doing, because they say we are really having a hard time finding people to move into these areas. And it's a great income, they said. It's a great opportunity if you love working with your hands. And so I've always wanted to be a cheerleader for the Career and College Academy, and so it's a good avenue for it. And also having gone to some open houses of students, just really pleased with some of those students that I've met, and students who I was able to give the diplomas to. Some of those I'd attended some of their events, and that was very special and fun to see them. And some other students, I knew them when my sons were in elementary, and so Tommy Van Vika is one of those. It's just really, really encouraging to see them rise and move on.
Thank you. Anyone else? No? Well, I just want to remind everybody that the Education Foundation's golf tournament, their annual golf tournament, is going to be July 24th, golfing at Dwan, and then dinner after at the Minnesota Valley Country Club. And if you have any interest, go to the website, efbmn.org. We're looking for golfers and volunteers. So, thank you for that. Brings us to our superintendent report.
Great, thank you. I only have one thing. On behalf of the Bloomington Public Schools team and our school community, we thank Assistant Superintendent Dr. Eric Melby for his 12 years of service to our school community. We all sincerely wish him well as he starts a new chapter in his professional career. Eric is leaving our organization in a much better place and condition than we started. So please join me in thanking Eric for his great service to our community.
Not going to let you get away that easy.
No speaking. All right, is there any other business to come before the board this evening? Hearing none, this meeting's adjourned.